So what are your takes on you being a potential babalawo, if that's your calling? Do you feel like you...
Really? You gonna do a sneak interview?
What kind of cigar is that?
This is an AJ Fernandez.
Ah. So what's the name of your cigar company that you're going to get together?
Well, I'm working on a couple of names.
Okay. You're going to have cigars and whiskey to pair it together?
I don't know about the whiskey.
You got to get some type of license to do that?
Yep. And then you gotta, in Ohio, hard to get liquor license for anything.
Mm-hmm. So what's your take?
Well, this is kind of mellow. I mean, but it's worth the.
What kind of leaf is that?
It's from I don't know which leaf it is. I just know where it's from.
Oh,
From Nicaragua.
I was about to say that. Mm-hmm. Well, I was saying, what's your take on being a, potential babalawo, considering that you had to go through certain things, which I'm sure maybe there's some people out there that have had certain experiences, and this could be like a learning lesson for them to maybe be a better babalawo or In IFA or priestess.
The main thing is not to give up on it. You ain't gonna make it nowhere in life. But for me to be a potential babalawo, several times it came up as IFA reading, but I don't know. If it happened, it happened. But I'm good with it. I have no problem with it, but it just, I have to know, I have to get patience. That's one thing that's been taught to me is patience. Because if I don't have patience, if I don't have patience to deal with situations as they arise, as far as, not knowing knowledge or however, I'm not going to be able to pass that on to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as me, I'm taking it slow strolling because...
You feel like somebody said in the comments that you went through what you went through to be a better babalawo. Do you feel like that resonated with you, or you feel like...
I felt that way off camera when I, told everything about that stuff. I told my story, but I knew it was something great coming. I look at the situation,
because that lady, they literally completely like shut down. You didn't have no communication. You didn't know nothing about nothing. They just
left.
Just left. You
took the money, put me out in the cold, and didn't even have my reading. It was crazy. So because of that.
What you mean by your reading? Like after you got the hand of E5, you were supposed to go back and do your
E-time.
Your Ebo?
Ebo, I ain't do none of that. I ain't get none of that for months, and you know that.
Yeah.
So, and it was personal. People, I guess it was my energy. Yeah, I know I had
I don't feel like it was negative energy.
It wasn't.
It was
negative
just like a no nonsense type of energy.
That's just the way I am. I'm no nonsense when it comes to
and
certain things like life.
She kept saying you had to have it. You had to have it done, and then you'll get this and you'll get that. But you didn't even want to do the hand of E5. But it was like she was forcing you to do it and saying that you have to do it now. You have to do it now. We didn't even share that. Remember when she said that?
People are always, because she said you got health issues, which I did. It wasn't nothing to the degree of extreme like she made it. She made it seem like, I was, as soon as I got off the phone, hello, I'm dead. She made it seem like that. I'm like, and she, it's basically sometimes, I'm not saying every time, but sometimes you got to be weary of people who just saying, you got to get this because you're gonna have a life or death. You're gonna die. You're gonna get sick. Of course, you're gonna get sick. You're human, but you gotta make a judgment. Like sometimes some people just use that as a hustle method.
Yeah.
I see this person is I can't really pull um, the normal one to I can yeah, you need to do this, and you see like I'm hesitant and I'm being weary and I'm reading you being read.
Like
When
they
some
told they told Kalela, the baby is going to get sick. You have to do this ebo.
hmm
So people, like that, and of course she's a new mother, and
yeah, and she went and I get that you have some type of belief, but you got to make sense. Like, well, wait a minute. What is he gonna get sick from? Tell me what he's gonna get sick from. What is this gonna be? What you got to give me more details, not just because he's sick. Is it they gonna at least tell you, okay, it's gonna be a bowel movement problem or a stomach problem? They'll tell you get your blood tested. And I done got my blood tested. I'm about to get it tested again. But it's stuff like that just makes me weary. It's something that it makes me stronger as far as doing that. But as far as anybody else, like I don't want to bring nobody into that. I want to give people as much knowledge as possible that they need at that moment. Not saying I'm gonna divulge the secrets just because you got the hand of IFA or you receive your lekes, or no, you're gonna learn about the ins and outs about this Orisha and what they can do for you at that level, because there's levels to this stuff. There's levels to this. A person might not, you don't give a baby, pot roast potatoes and carrots with some gravy. And when they only can digest milk. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's like that. But as far as me being a potential I'm good with it. It's just like I said, I'm gonna take everything that I've been through this journey, evaluate it, stuff that I will do, stuff that I won't do, and I'm gonna go forward from there. I'm not gonna rush the process.
yeah, I agree. That makes sense. Of course, you can't really rush anything that.
Well, you can be told, people, these IFA jumpers. That's what I call them, because they jump from one a Santeria to or lukumi to Ishe, then they want to talk bad about one or the other. It's we come across a lot of those, and they out here like that. And they want to dog one end to dog another end, but you fail to realize at the end of the day it all works together. Your ancestors crossed the Atlantic Ocean. For a long time that part of the world didn't know what was over here, except for those who believe other things. But you can't discredit them. You can't not take reverence for their sacrifice because I'm this, I don't care. I'm doing it the old traditional way. That other stuff is for the white man. Last time I checked, those people in Cuba, and majority of the Latin countries is basically Europeans and blacks that's mixed. That's how you get the Latin people. They're mixed with us. They're mixed with white and black. I'm not 100% black. I did the ancestry DNA test. I paid for both tests, mother and father. My mother side came back, you have too much European in you for us to give you a precise African to find out with them. So you take these codes and these DNA codes and you go somewhere else and figure it out. But I got my father's, and that right there gave me a lot. Just knowing where he came from.
Where did he? Tell me a little bit more about that. Where did he come from?
He came, my ancestry with his ancestry and my ancestry started in Burkina Faso, which is in between. Basically, I say all the African traditions because it's right in the middle of Nigeria, the Congo, Benin, and all of that area. That whole, and it's,
Mm.
you know, I haven't done much research on that area, but
And you have to scratch Palo too, don't you?
yep,
Yeah. So do
scratch
I.
my
Yeah. Palo Meombe.
hmm And that's
Which
probably,
has to be done first before we do the Ocha.
and it's just funny that it
And
just
the Misa
fits.
too. Mm-hmm.
It fits right into my DNA
Mm-hmm.
because that was part of that area is like I said, dead in the middle of all where that majority of the African traditions are at.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel when you found out that you have to scratch Palo?
I was a little worried because I'm like, really, me?
Why were you worried?
Because again, I'm not gonna lie, I fell for the stereotype. This
What's
is
the
negative.
stereotype?
The
Oh,
typical,
yeah.
this is
Mm-hmm.
bad, this is devil. But
Somebody say that's the bad that's the dark side of Ifa?
yeah,
They lied and said that. I don't feel like it. I feel like it's a dark side in everything. That's something. There is a positive and a negative. You know what I mean? There
hmm
is a left and a right. There's a up and a down. There's a good and a bad. So at the end of the day, you gotta take the good if you're gonna take the bad. You gotta take the bad if you're gonna take the good.
but it's too. I don't think it's that bad. They that's the same thing they said about voodoo, and
Right. Boom
and
doom.
voodoo. They said that about that not to actually say it's a devil worshiping situation, but it's just the fact that it was it helped the Haitian slaves take over the island.
So they want to put a spin
So
on it and make
yeah,
it sound like it's bad because anything that helped us
hmm
escape from the
the
slave
brainwash,
master's world
the
was
brainwash.
negative.
But see, when you think about it, the slave master had to he enslaved his own people in order
Hmm.
to try to enslave us, and he does that all the time. He sacrificed his own people. It's literally, and maybe people take it this the wrong way. It's literally a chess game. You sacrifice the pawn in order to get your knight or your bishop to get the queen and the king,
Hmm.
and they get us all the time with this division. This is why, like, I know I was supposed to be smoking a cigar and going ham on people about how they sit up here and talk about things are for the white people, but you act the same way. You know,
Hmm.
you want to compare, like I said, Isheshe versus Santeria. Nobody's into that. That's
Hmm.
not gonna help you get to the next level in your spirituality. That's not gonna help you get the thing to grow the better. It's not gonna help you. So why entertain it? And then if you're gonna entertain, at least quote the facts right. You know, you got over there in Yoruba land, however you say it. Those people, no, seriously, majority of the people over there, it's a lot of people over there. The Christians and the Muslims is pushing people who practice Ifa out.
Yeah.
And then you got the people that are true descendants of the Yoruba people, one of the biggest groups in Africa. Majority of them are Christians.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? Because they're afraid to, or they found,
Brainwashed.
yeah,
Same way.
more of a refuge
Yeah.
in that.
More. It's not even that, but because it's like the reverse of how we was. We was raised in Christianity or Christmas this, Christmas this, all of that type stuff when we was brought up. So we had no other thing.
Yeah.
But then now it's just the reverse here. We going back. We going back to where
Yeah.
it was. So they over
Hmm.
there, yeah, they over there doing it, and whatever's for you is for you. But you can't have no division. This faith and this religion, as old as it is, it still needs. It's nowhere near the amount of people of Christians, the Abrahamic religions, which is Judaism, which is for the Jewish people, the Muslims, which is, and the Christianity. Those three religions, and believe it or not, Catholics are part of that. And majority of, we're nowhere near that level of that numbers. And we up here fighting over which way to go about it.
And if we are, it's secret. Nobody really knows who's really in it because they always hide behind what, the average.
They hide because they're embarrassed. And because some of them don't even myself, my family don't even. my brother know that I'm not a Christian. My mom doesn't know yet. I need to tell her because,
You think she'll respect it?
Yeah. She respects a lot of things, of my decisions. Far as, as long as I don't pressure her into doing it or nothing, but I have to tell her because I have to get her prepared because whenever she go to the ancestor realm, in majority of my readings, it's always saying your mother is going to be your greatest advocate in the ancestor realm. That means a lot. So but other than as far as people being embarrassed, and I'm not embarrassed. I mean, people ask me when I wear my leggings, what is that? Is that Mardi Gras? You still celebrate? No. It's an African tradition. If they want to go into more, I'll go into deeper details. But I keep it plain and simple because sometimes people don't understand. I mean,
Absolutely.
Even our own people who sit up here and talk this black righteous stuff. We got to get rid of the white man. We got to get rid of this. But you still holding that Bible and you wearing on Sunday, you in your all whites with your white glove behind here and doing your little dance and and faking like you catching the Holy Ghost and all of that type of stuff, man.
Oh.
Get up out of here.
How do you feel about the Africans that were slave masters back in the day? What's your take on that?
You mean the ones that were selling the slaves?
And that were they had slaves in their house?
I mean, they had slaves in their house, and some African slave owners, it was some of them they wasn't as how we were treated here. It wasn't about you getting whipped, and some of them did treat us like that. But it was always spoiled. Slaves were spoils of war. Here, you were purchased. You were treated like cattle. You were still men there. You was a conquered man, but in some places they sent you back to after a certain amount of time. But I feel like, the slavery that, that we got going on now.
When you say now, you mean now?
It's slavery, still slavery. We give too much credit and power to, we blame the white man for a lot of stuff, but the white man don't have no power over us. It's a mental thing. They're not, when they might be the greatest number, and then if you look it up, they might be the greatest number as far as DNA wise, being Caucasians from all of that area that they came from versus us. We are a minority literally in this country, Canada, but if you trace our DNA is the biggest amount of DNA in this Western Hemisphere because they came over by the thousands. We came over by the millions. Brazil alone, the Portuguese, you worried about the British and the French and the Italians. Hell, the Portuguese was the ones who was buying up Negroes and taking them down there and doing it all. They did the worst. Even after all the slave trading stopped, they still was continuing doing it. So as far as,
How do you feel about people that say, why are you still stuck on it? And, that was back then, this is now type of thing.
Because it's the same mentality. It's the same brain. You still thinking like one. Ain't nothing that time. One thing that ain't gonna never be the same, and it's always gonna change is time. Time is progression. Eventually, you got to realize, okay, I can't keep blaming this person if this person is thinking negative. This stuff person is thinking bad. How can we how do we have multiple?
You can talk about politics.
No, but I'm saying, how do we have multiple Black Wall Streets if everybody was still thinking slave mentality?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tulsa wasn't the only one. That's the only one that had that wasn't the only Black Wall Street. Here in Ohio, East Cleveland used to be so prominent. You had all the people from Motown. You had all the people from just going up there having fun, and what was it, Millionaires Row, that's still there. They changed them to museums or sacred something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Rockefellers are from here, from Cleveland. So, you know, they was in East Cleveland. East Cleveland was a dominant Black suburb.
Mm-hmm, I remember.
But every suburb, every time we get fouled up and messed up, we always want to tear up which is still true today. We tear up our shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why
we
are
don't
you?
support each other.
We
definitely don't support each other.
So if we tearing up our shit, we don't support each other. Yes, you still got the slave mentality, the same house Negroes, the same house and field Negroes mentality. You ain't changed. Ain't nothing changed. So it's important to change the thinking.
Mm-hmm. Because history shapes the thinking.
And people don't know that. People still think like, you know, the white hair, blue. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to Jesus. Jesus told my slave master he can slap me around, and I supposed to just turn the other cheek.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just keep doing it. I'm gonna keep
Right, and that I was nothing but a dirty, filthy wretch.
And
that didn't deserve it.
And
didn't deserve a dirty, filthy wretch that didn't deserve to even have a decent meal.
And call you one of the dumbest animals in the world. I am a sheep. Sheep are dumb. Literally, they are not intelligent. Why do you think they run into corners? They run in groups. Oh, if this one run, I'm gonna run. Just like every time it's like the TikTok video. People be running. Black people just running for no reason. What are you running for? What are you running from? I know it'd be a joke, but mentality. That's you got that sheepish mentality. You know, but you a lamb of God. What you think a lamb is? A baby sheep. I'm not a sheep. No, I know how to think. I'd rather be a stubborn goat.
You would make a great stubborn goat.
Man, I am.
The goat.
The actual goat, yeah. And it's like people, if your God call you a sheep, I mean you can't think for yourself. You gotta rely. Yes, you're supposed to rely on your spiritual guidance to open doors and provide opportunities for you, but you gotta act on it. You just ain't. It ain't gonna be, oh God, I need my light bill paid. Well, what did you do with your light bill money?
Gave it to the church.
You gave it to the church because he said, oh, I need a new roof.
No, he said, get out and get your offering. Don't ever come to the house of the Lord empty-handed.
Right.
I heard that one before.
Or they pass a collection plate around so many times. Oh, this is for this fund. Oh, this is for the house. This is for Sister Jenkins' new hip. This is for my trip to go to Africa and spread the word. They already know the word.
Or they say, I need about 10 people right now to come quick. Get $1,000 out right now. Grab the checkbook and come and get in the line right now. The Spirit of the Lord is calling 50 people with $1,000.
Pastor, I ain't got no money but my money for my house. You don't need that. You don't need to pay your house. No, God gonna provide a way. But you gonna take whatever profit that you get from this church or your
and
salary
go pay your bill.
And go and pay your. Make sure you got. Man, that's why I always looked at it. Man, my mama will tell you. My kids are verified. Every time everybody jumped up, they playing the music, hitting the tambourine, dum 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 dum. Yes, Lord, and all of that. They doing all of this, dum 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 dum. Everybody catching the Holy Ghost. What? And I'm just sitting there like, You serious? Exactly. Like the Great West said. I'd just be sitting there like, They was like, ooh, that was a good service. Ooh. And you all sweaty and musty. You gave up half of your, but y'all make sure y'all got some money to go to KFC or Popeyes, and then complain about they ain't got no biscuit.
Wow. Well, I mean, like I was saying yesterday, I could honestly say that I'm glad that, I was able to even find the ATR. I'm glad I was able to find ATR. Because I feel like with ATR, it's more of a root type of thing. I feel like it's more of a stronger connection.
And it's based in, a lot of it is based in actual practical logic.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of the Bible is taken from the Egyptian what's-her-faces. But they'll never give the Arabs that's over there are not the real Egyptians, because they came in once when they conquered Egypt from the Romans or whatever that part of the history, I don't remember, so long ago. But they tell us, you black people, y'all not Egyptian, y'all not part of our people. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really serious?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're sitting in something that you don't even understand, that you don't even apply. You trying to destroy actual history. The know thyself was we read the book and listened to the audio Stolen Legacy. It's literally, you can go look it up on top of the what is it? The library. It was the library. Know thyself. That didn't come from the Bible. That came from the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never get credit for that. We'll never get credit for that. But going ATR and what I'm starting to realize, I see a lot of things here and there when I just be wasting time on the internet. Like one of our first Bibles told us that IFA is almost a carbon copy of the Comedics. It's a lot of people that practice IFA, and they also practice the Comedics because they have.
That it's a combination for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's like copies, and one got something that the other don't, but they work with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it, if you historical wise, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. You can quote me. Y'all can leave comments and tell me if I'm wrong. But when either the Greeks or the Romans conquered Egypt, some of the scholars took some of that knowledge and went west. If you know where Egypt is East Africa. They went west and took some of that knowledge and broke it down. And it's a whole, man, that's a whole nother series of videos. But yeah, I'm gonna be a good one. I'm gonna be a no nonsense one. I'm gonna be about Bubba, my man left me. He didn't do this. Like, how many readers is this about this man? This my 6th one. I said, first of all, I'm pissed off because I didn't let you get to number 6 about this man. I told you, if you gonna love this man, you love him right. If he asks you to cook some biscuits, that's all he keep asking for, just make the man some damn biscuits.
Babe, what you want for dinner?
I mean leftovers, so.
Okay.
But yeah, let's make the man some damn biscuits. But he don't treat me right. How he don't treat you right? Because you ain't make the damn biscuits. Get away from me. Go. Get out of here. Go on now. Leave me alone. I ain't got time for it. I don't, quit asking me dumb stuff that I already gave you the answer. IFA, hey, it's right here. How many times do you want me to keep throwing and writing it down for you, telling you how to do it, having somebody talk to you? What's the point? You ain't learned it by now. Oh well, you ain't gonna learn it. Mm-hmm. You gotta go the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep. Bubba, he kicked me out the house. Okay, it's a spare bedroom in the barn. I see you in the
Not
morning.
the barn.
Man, it's gonna be a nice barn. It might not even have animals in it. Most people, I wouldn't keep animals in it, but it'd be a barn just to have a barn. You know, it got a loft and all of that, but it'd be like, go to the barn. You know, I'm gonna make you like pissed at me. You gonna be like, damn, I should have listened to him. I already hate repeating myself, so I think I'm gonna be doing that.
It's kind of like Madrina. When I first got my reading from Madrina.
I love that woman, boy. She is like she just remind me of me so much, and it's just like,
Oh my God, yes.
what do you want to do?
Right. When I first got my reading from Madrina, we had to get on the phone because the camera died. It was not actually it wasn't a reading. It was basically she broke down my Odu. Like I was saying in my other video, when I first met her, she could tell me the whole Odu because that Odu is on her head, so she could tell me the whole Odu and break it down. But basically, in so many words, you got to grow up. You got to be more mature. Then the shut the fuck ups will stop. Something she said, because Verge and I, we be going at it sometimes, and me thinking I know everything. You just got to learn how to be quiet, and you got to learn how to be more mature, and then pretty much in so many words in a nutshell. And at first I was like,
I don't like how she did me.
yeah, but I love her because it's like she reminded me of my grandmother, and I felt like I needed to hear that, and it went a long way for me, you know. It's the honesty for me, Madrina, so I appreciate it.
Yep.
No,
she did. She said she ain't like, I ain't like that. Nah, I'm like that. Nah.
Right.
I'm like, why? She's telling you to be quiet. Shut the fuck up. You need to be shut the fuck up.
Right, basically.
I said, she telling you to listen
just
to
said,
the man.
yeah, basically. Just, just be mature about stuff, and
just shut up.
You don't know everything. You don't have to always know everything, and she broke that old dude down on day one, bro.
Right.
She was like, babe. She was like,
she
I have this old dude on my head. She had no nonsense.
Down.
Yeah, and then for my daughter, she pretty much broke it all the way down. Come on, hands down. My daughter was like, wow. She was just like, telling her about herself, and that,
mine was good.
Everything she needed to know that she kind of was confused about, in a nutshell. You get the reading, you get the hand of IFA, you needed to be broken down. She'll break it down. She broke it down on day one.
Yeah, because she got her Odu on her head, but me and her got the same head, Orisha.
You and Madrina? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when we first sat there, she like, I know what you're doing. You're reading the situation. You're reading. I know what you're doing. I couldn't lie, because at the time I was.
Yeah, I love that woman too. She just,
stuff.
That's the thing about her. She is just like, the way she is authentic.
Pure.
It's pure, it's authenticity, and it makes you feel like you can trust a person that is authentic. You know, 100% authentic, because you know that they're not sugarcoating you. She don't care nothing about your money. She living good and comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And she's retired. The husband work all the time. They ain't lacking for nothing, honey. So she don't need your money. So she ain't gonna sit up here and fake and say nothing that is. It's okay. She ain't gonna say nothing that's just gonna try to get you to want to do a bull, or they don't do that. They don't do that. One thing I know about her is you can trust her, and she gonna tell you like it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like it, that's just too bad. At least she know, because now the blood ain't on her hands. She done told you what Ifa told her to tell you, or what the Odu told, what the Odu is going to say and what it mean without sugarcoating it. And it's up to you if you're going to receive it or not. If you don't want to receive it, then that's on you.
Yeah, honestly,
at the end of the day,
ain't nobody gonna lose no sleep because you want to be arrogant and ignorant about it. If somebody tell you that you need to go and hopscotch down the street 5 times and come back around the corner. If that's what they want you to do, then you need to, and you say, I'm not doing that. I don't want to look like no fool. I'm not saying that it's going to be, that's what's going to be done, but I'm just saying if it's going to save your life and bring wealth, prosperity, generational health, things, break curses and stuff, hell yeah, I'm going to be hopscotching my down and just be having a ball. But people be too arrogant. I'm not doing that. She don't know. She talking about, I'm gonna go to someone. You go to somebody else. Give me $1,500.
It's gonna be 10 times worse.
Give me $1,500. Go buy a raccoon or go get a goat. You gonna spend about how many of y'all can go and find a damn live goat just out of somewhere? Like, come on, man. And that's another thing a lot of people gotta stop doing. And we were at a time guilty for it, but we weren't really guilty for it. Getting multiple readings from different people.
Yeah.
That gotta stop, because you got too many people energy interfering with IFA is really trying to. IFA might tell this person, hey, with your energy and this person at this moment, what you need to hear when you got that first initial reading, and if at that moment was telling you, hey, I need you to stop picking fights or it's going to end your life. You take that reading, you like, I don't want to listen to that. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna go on Etsy or Facebook and find me a babalawo from another country or state or whatever, and listen to what he got to say, because he know more than them. He's been in it longer. Just because he's been in it longer than
or just because he's in the motherland
and all of that, you gonna listen to, he gonna say, well, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. You're okay. You okay, but you need to go and get this so that you can open the doors of prosperity. You can't open a prosperity if your ass is injured in a hospital or about to croak.
Mm-hmm.
Take your first reading, get it done, get it solved, change your ways so you can move on. I learned that, and you a witness to how my readings went from not bad or horrible, but they went from, he needs to this, and until it got to the level where all of this stuff, because I knocked off things that needed to be knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you grow. That's how you appreciate it. Stop stick to one person. If you feel deep down in your spirit this person ain't for you, then you go. Let that be the reason. But don't do it just because you don't like what's being read to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And quit. Everybody need to quit. Oshun and Shango don't like y'all. Everybody want to be, I'm a child of Oshun. Why? How? She don't like you. Sometimes the people that you live with, that you take care of, barely like you. How the hell she always gonna like you? She like everybody on her. Yeah, she's there for everybody. If that's what she's for. If she's supposed to be there for you, she's gonna be there for you. But every last one of you females are not a child of Oshun.
Right. And remember when Madrina said she wanted Yemaya so bad, but if Yemaya would have been her head Orisha, something would have been different for her. She would have had to go through something like XYZ or something, she said.
Yeah.
So her head Orisha is Oya.
Yeah.
Not head Orisha, but her mother.
Her mother is
Orisha
Oya.
is Oya.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
because it's for a certain path.
Man, I don't see why everybody I just know. I get Oshun is popular. She's the beauty. She's the river. I get all of that. Yemaya too. I get that too. But y'all forgetting all about the other female Orishas, because they all bad.
Mm-hmm. You mean
not bad? Not bad as like.
But cold, like, ooh,
man, like they the stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll ride past like, ooh, look at that chocolate one over there. No, that one right there. You know how dudes be looking at you. And for that one dude, don't be disrespectful. Don't tell me you want my girl. Really?
I thought that was a nice compliment.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll take the heart off.
No, don't take the heart off. Leave it on and just tell it is a nice compliment, but I read it, bro. Come on. Anyway.
Hopefully it's a guy, not a girl.
Either or.
Right.
You better off trying to send a secret message. Don't let me know about you. Like, really, dude?
What did it say?
Verge, I want your girl.
Oh, that.
That's just so like.
I thought it meant like I thought he.
I don't know if it was,
he,
but even if he's just saying he want you as a friend or something, your person however, it's about use the appropriate words, because you giving me the wrong message.
Yeah.
And I ain't insecure or nothing, but like, really, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's just like somebody saying, Renita, I want the Verge. He is
Man,
so sexy with them dimples. You'll be happy. You'll be like, ooh.
Just like you was. But anyway.
I wasn't happy about it.
Back to you.
I'm used to compliments like that. So are you.
Okay, back to you want to be Oshun and Shangos. Y'all need to cut that stuff out. For real. Y'all need to cut it out. Man, I'm having fun.
Erica wanted to be Oshun so bad, and when Padrino gave her that reading, and it came back that she was that
You can't put that out there on there.
it came back
You
that
can't put her business out there like that.
okay.
You know you're gonna have to edit that.
I'm gonna keep it up there.
Don't do that.
Okay.
But people be wanting all of it. Y'all always want the same Orishas. Like, y'all, it's a whole pantheon. It's 400 and something and more than that. Than what it's just 400 that we know of. Like, come on.
I know somebody, I'll just say this. I know somebody who just eat, sleep, and drink Oshun. Came back, her head Orisha, who has her head, was somebody totally different. A whole nother Orisha.
And he's, I mean, that Orisha.
Yeah.
Whew, man.
And I can see why that Orisha has her head.
And it's not bad.
No.
And actually, when you think about it, sometimes your Orisha.
Because she told me herself who it was.
Yeah, but your Orisha. For instance, I'm gonna use her. Let's get everything off of me. Her Orisha is. Who's your Orisha?
My Orisha is a Lekwa.
Yeah.
I'm a child of a Lekwa.
What is your astrological sign?
Gemini.
And how many sides does a Legwa have? What's his other half?
He has a lot of different paths.
He has a path, but what's the other name for him?
Eshu.
Eshu and a Legwa.
A Legwa.
Two sides of the same coin. A Gemini is what?
2.
In one coin. So it fits you. Me, a Batala, strict, just believe in justice. Father, don't like the sun so much. Oh, yeah.
What you mean? You like your sun?
Sun.
Oh,
the sun that's in the sky. Like I like being in and being cooled off. I don't like sweating or being hot.
Why we out here, babe? You sweating?
Yeah, because it was nice and cool.
Okay,
it was nice and cool. But that's what I'm saying. And that person's Orisha that thought they was going to be Oshun got the Orisha that actually fits her. And it's not a, that means that in my opinion, that means it was meant to be, and you just got to work with you. Same thing, you just got to work with the hand that you're given, and it's not bad. You're gonna go through some difficult stuff to change. Nobody wants to smell a baby with shit. The person you gotta get cleaned up in order for somebody to want to be dealing with you.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. I hope Margina ain't looking at this.
Oh, she watching.
I hope she do watch it, because I'm dropping your cues.
That's what she say.
Nah, she don't say that, but
I just talked to her. She's in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so that's that.
And that's just that on that. don't care what you do, babe. You is so good to me. I just love this. Thank you. This is so good, babe. You put your foot in this.